Welcome everybody. Gonna stream some more Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon today. But probably not gonna do it too many times. I made some cool thumbnails, so I might stream one more time after this, but there's just too much competition. Everybody wants to watch Ass Man Gay. 'Cause they're a bunch of incels and they like to watch an incel play. So what does a veteran dad and husband and normal dude have against that? Nothing. So I'm not the only one. I look on Twitch and I see a bunch of other normal people just, you know, but you know what I mean. And yeah, I'm not getting any likes. I got like one like from somebody, so thank you to whoever that was. I really appreciate you. And if you're watching this too, leave a comment, please. Because if you want me to keep doing this, I will. You know, but you have to say something because sometimes people like a video, but they don't say anything. So it's like I don't know if it's a bot because there's a lot of bots going around. And I did. I replayed the tutorial because I missed a couple things. And I killed Caradox, and now I get this crazy sword. I think it's going to be super OP. It should even out after a while. And yeah, I went through, like I said I was going to do, and I went and I kind of optimized the settings. And it's really weird because you can actually, usually in games, like the shadows usually just destroy the frame rate. But in this game, the shadows max, even contact shadows on distance or 100. It doesn't affect the frames at all. So it's super odd, just the optimization. SSAO just loses a couple frames. The big hits seem to be vegetation and then view distance are the biggest hitters. Why is my texture on low? That should be on high. I forgot to change it. Crap. Oh well. Really can't even tell the difference, honestly. I forgot to change that back. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any difference with the textures on high or low. I think as long as you just have 8GB VRAM. They don't look that amazing, you know. It was crazy. I was watching some performance videos, like about the PS5 and stuff, and oh my god, like even on the PS5 Pro, like it dips below 30 in some spots, and it looks like shit. Like it looks like total shit. I think it's like 1080. And then just the graphics too, like you can tell PC from console apart just by a glance. They just like that's the first time the optimization looks worse on a PS5 because the PS5 Pro is like a 4070 GPU, where I just have a 3070. And I'm getting like 40 FPS right now. Would be a little more if I wasn't streaming, obviously. So I just want to show, like, I am playing on Adventurer, but I got this freaking sword that Caradoc has. That's why he was so hard to kill, is because he got some really good stuff on him. Yo, what's up, man? Let me check your message quick. I gotta take out my phone here. 40, 60. Oh yeah, no, bro. I don't play at 1080. I got 1440, and I don't use DLSS. That's why DLSS is totally trash. But yeah, I'm playing at 1440. I don't mind. I would like 60, but they'll do some optimization for sure. Yeah, see 1440. No DLSS. See. Oh yeah, I could get a boatload of FPS if I lowered the resolution, and I was just kind of rambling. I didn't think I'd get a viewer so fast. One second. Let me get my phone here so I can read you easier. There you go. I got my phone up right now. One second. Oh, you hate DLSS too? Yeah, dude, I hate it too, man. I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people are like, you hate DLSS, you're stupid. Yeah. But I'm used to it. I've been playing Oblivion Remastered too, and that kind of needs some optimization as well. You playing on PC too, or what? Tainted Grail, I mean. Because I did play before, but I haven't played for like 2 years. So a lot of this is new. I was thinking of whether or not I should kill this guy right here, since he's like desecrating the Arthur statue or whatever.
Oi, oi, where do you think you're going? This is my spot. You can, take the other side. Just don't get greedy. What do you think? It's good material. Be a shame to leave it rotting in the ground. Doesn't hurt that it pays well. If the keepers don't catch you, they're barely around anyway. Aye, it is. So what? It's just stone. Not like I'm chopping up the man himself. Maybe he'd be more respected if his entire bloody kingdom wasn't in a shambles. What kind of king leaves no heir, only to show up now and then, wave his sword and fix nothing? This statue's done more for me and my family than Arthur ever did.
It's for his family, so I'll leave. Really?
Look what you've done, you fool. It's always the same with you. Beat them up first, ask questions later, damn it. And now we have no gold, no nothing, just a puzzle.
Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes you shove them and they fall dead. Like, why is he falling down? That's crazy. Everything else I shove, like, they just stagger, but he just falls straight down. This is new. This was not here 2 years ago, if I recall correctly. Oh, damn. Looks like a boss. Let's just save just real quick to make sure. Really? Oh, shit. No, I think that was that guy who sells stuff. It is. Oops.
Oh, greetings, kind. Sir? Madam? Right, so, would you perchance be interested in browsing my wares? Only the finest Avalon can offer, and I, the finest I can offer, that is. Right, of course, silly me. You'll have to excuse me, I have very bad eyesight. This is a thing that happens to humans, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure it is. Oh, that I do, that I do. It's really
I love
hard
this
being a
game.
human, isn't it? I mean, we can get hurt so easily. Even falling from a tree could kill us. Can you imagine? Or we could catch an illness that makes our skin crack and blister. Ugh. Not to mention aging. Don't even get me started on aging. Honestly, being a human sounds so horrifying. I mean, it is horrifying. Anyway, where were we? I'm really not, am I? Oh, I've only been doing this for a short time. A century or so, maybe. I don't have all that many regulars either. Most people either curse at me or run away. I don't understand it. I'm not trying to eat them or even kidnap them. And then there are those who accuse me of trying to trick them. Excuse me! I'm just trying to sell them some trinkets or pretty flowers. Where's the trickery in that? I'm glad you asked. My name is O'Cunnin Cinnamon Sage, and I'm a travelling merchant. I specialise in the various odds and ends I find on my travels. Feel free to take a look at my wares. I'm sure you'll be able to find something interesting. I'd just be grateful if you didn't try to sell me any weapons, or nails, or buckets with iron handles. It's not that I have anything against things made of iron. I simply don't condone violence, that's it.
Damn. That's new. 100% of the magical damage blocked is mana. Damn. Now, I can't remember what you should sell and what you should keep. I know, like, you gotta keep, like bones and, like, furs and stuff. I think that's for crafting. Yeah, I'm kind of nervous to sell stuff. Till I know what's crafting materials and what's not.
I hope you found what you were looking for. I rarely do. But I find other things, and then you can buy them. Done already? Are you sure that...
Hopefully they didn't take away the line. There was a line that he said he was talking about like houses, but he's like, I don't know what the holes in the walls are for, but they're perfect for stealing babies through. I hope they didn't get rid of that line. That line is hilarious. Hopefully someone didn't get butthurt about stealing babies and then they removed it. I don't think that all these fast travel markers are necessary at all. Like, you can't take 15 seconds to run from here to there. Like, this map is not that big. So dumb. HP, I suppose. More stamina regen. Encumbrance limit. There's so much synergy with all these skill trees. I really need to be able to parry projectiles, though, if I'm not using a shield. I remember playing 2 years ago. You get to a point where a lot of people have bows, and they just keep shooting arrows at you, and you can dodge them, but you can only dodge like 3 or 4 times, and after that, you're just a sitting duck. Parrying would be cheaper. As long as your timing is good enough, of course. That looks like a boss. Pop some potions. Maybe I should save them. love the physics in this game. Just how when you hit him, there's like a little force to the where it hits him, and then not after death though. It's kind of sucks. Oh, there you go. It does work. Nice. That's one thing they got rid of in Oblivion Remastered. So super stupid. I don't know why they would do that. Molten lightning. Minus 20% stamina cost while dual wielding. That's really good. If you're dual wielding. Those guys are faster than I remember. just throwing armor at us now. Remember before, it was like a barren wasteland. Spirituality, of course. This is new. Wonder if that's permanent or what. Just throwing ore in our faces too. I think people were complaining before that it was too scarce. My guess. Trying to get a headshot. Treasure everywhere. Ore everywhere. I didn't see what that ring said. Max stamina by 3%. I love it when they're easy like that. Got a mace.
leash, are we? They must have had their fun with you. Who had you as their plaything? The church? The druids? Some band of cutthroats? Ah, but it doesn't matter now that you're free. I'm Abigail, a knight. I swore my sword to my lady's will, and she kept me close, until she had no more use for me. Now, I walk alone, but a shadow never strays too far. You look wretched, and you smell like death. I've seen people like you before. Broken, worn down, dragged through the mud. If you've had enough of it all, I could grant you an honorable death. In a proper duel, you lived like a cur, but you could die like a knight. Wouldn't that be just splendid? Just say the word. Farewell, wanderer.
He just wants to fight. I guess I'll come back later and kick his ass and get that crazy looking shield. That crazy looking armor.
Something's not right.
See, what is that? Like,
This is my
normally they're not supposed to just fall down like that, I thought.
Say your prayers. Your wealth is ours. You made a big mistake.
Trying to parry him. Like that. Oh, bitch.
Your money or your life.
Probably shouldn't parry when I don't have to, though. I have a bad habit of parrying when I don't really need to. Just for the funsies.
I won't go down easy.
Got a poniard. 5 dexterity. Nice.
Watch your backs. We're not safe. Don't mess with me.
God dang it.
You'll be fertilizing the soil!
Money. Your luck. This is my lucky day.
Shit.
Beg for mercy.
That was bad. For some reason, I thought my parry would go in slow motion too.
Watch your backs.
There we go. Oh, come on. I'm trying to get the headshots. Trying to get that weak spot damage.
I'm not scared of you. Beg for mercy.
Wow.
Say your prayers.
Damn, that was way too early. What?
You'll be fertilizing the soil.
Yeah, I should play at 1080, but I can't stand it. I can't stand it after being at 1440 for so many years. If I could just lower the resolution scale a little bit, I would, but it's like this game doesn't have a resolution scale unless you use DLSS, which is a totally different thing than just lowering the resolution. Damn, that's really good. Just a flat decrease to stamina cost. I'll just go to sleep. Wait till morning. Or not. Still not sure exactly what the weird night is about. I mean, it's obviously for farming, like certain materials. A little more dangerous. I remember this part, even though it was 2 years ago. The city, the Horns of the South, or whatever. Probably changed a lot since 2 years ago, but there's gonna be lots of talking coming up here. That's why I was kind of avoiding it, trying to run around and kill stuff until I was satisfied, and I'm pretty satisfied now. I remember there's actually an achievement for getting in here without opening the front gate. So I wonder if it has to do with like parkour or something. Key to the dungeon. So maybe you gotta steal a key from somebody. Man, I'm not like a total sweaty achievement hunter, but I mean, if I can get one, it's usually a fun journey. Most achievements, you got a fun story to tell. So maybe I'll try to skirt around and get to the beach and see if I can come up from the beach, maybe.
So much for a secluded cave keeping visitors away. Seems like there's no one on this island to hide in peace. Ah well, since you're here, I have an important question. Do you have any food?
I promise to answer all of your questions, no matter how annoying or asinine they might be. But first, do you have any food? Oh dear. Yes, food. That stuff you put in your mouth to make sure your body doesn't wither and die, you know? Fish, meat, vegetables, bread. Oh, some bread would be especially nice, but I'll take anything really.
Okay. Ooh, nice. Ooh. I think chicken would be easier. Or are you gonna do it? I can help, but I think I need to put another patch on here soon. No. No. I mean, I was just waiting till it started to kind of hurt. And I mean, it kind of hurts. I can't really get comfy right now. So, I'll when I get up, I'll do it. But yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. That sounds good. But when you're gonna put the toppings on, let me come down because I want to put like a little onion and like a little black olives, some like little pieces of meat. Okay. No, we'll have that tomorrow.
Thanks. I'll be forever indebted to you.
Yeah, she feels
But
better.
don't expect much.
She just had
The
to
only
puke a
payment
little
I can
bit.
offer you is seashells, or, access to an infinite well of ancient druidic wisdom. I'd rather you choose wisdom. I threw out my collection of seashells a few days ago after I stepped on them with my bare feet. Much better. Time for a nap. Oh, except you're still here. Oh no, don't tell me you still have questions. My name is Drest, and I am the local hermit. I don't understand your skepticism. I live alone in a cave, collect seashells, and occasionally talk to crabs. What else could I be? But didn't you know? There are no more druids. The mob rounded them all up, stuffed them into a giant wicker man, and lit a fire. Their screams could barely be heard over the roaring flames, but the stench of the burning flesh easily overwhelmed the smell of blazing wicker. Its glow painted the sky in reds and yellows for the entire night.
No, she's. Yeah, she's fine.
Don't be silly. How could I have been there if I'm here now? Some years ago? I'm not sure. I don't remember. Can we change the subject? I'm sure there are more interesting things we could be talking about.
Hey, get back here.
Well, I live here, obviously. Why not? It's a perfectly good cave, albeit a bit drafty and damp. Well, it could be better, to be honest, but we can't all live in mansions, can we? The same way you did, I presume. Am I? That's odd. No one ever accused me of that before. Well, I guess that's what living alone in a cave does to your conversational skills.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty brutal. How they were like killing all the druids and stuff, kind of like treating them like witches and warlocks. Interesting lore they got going. Hey, baby. Come on. What? What'd you say? I need you to check for me. Can you check for me? There you go. I do believe I should be able to get around where the little village is at the bottom here. It's still here. Maybe come up the back way. Get an achievement. Battle axe. Increases physical damage by 25%. Holy crap. Reduces max mana. Ooh, but Wolf's Howl has an 8% crit chance. That's nuts. Damn. That increases physical damage by 25%, so that's just like... half a crit every hit. Man, that's pretty sick. I got the full barbarian look going on. That's one thing I hate about controllers is there's not enough buttons to do everything I need to do. But it's for my back, my shoulder. That's why I'm using a controller. Not because I want to, but because it hurts. Some games, like shooters, I have to use a mouse and keyboard because controller sucks for shooters. But, games like this, you can get away with using a controller, even though it's not nearly as efficient. That's why I'm missing. I go for the headshots and I miss half the time. Oh, that pisses me off. Makes me want to switch back to mouse and keyboard, just even though it hurts.
Buy something or bugger off. Unless you've already bought from Orla. Then just bugger off. Pursue potential customers. Listen here, pal. Clearly you don't understand how trading works in a place like this. I've no idea where you come from, but here, it's the potential customer who needs to pursue the vendor. And that vendor decides to sell to them or not. It's the vendor who makes the decision, not the other way around. How many people here do you think are offering to exchange goods for coins? I'll tell you, not bloody many. Yeah, Orla, a woman merchant from the keep. Go on, try giving her your money. I bet she'll just shortchange you and call it a day. She has no wit and no finesse when it comes to trading. Long enough to know what sells. Not that I'd mind having a wider selection of goods, you know. Some more options on offer. But people here don't need much, so what you see is all I have. Then there's the refugees. For now, I guess they're good business. But long term, doubt it. Sooner or later they'll run out of money. They don't have any way to earn it since no one wants them here. They'll get kicked out, or they'll just leave and not come back. but there'll be others around to keep the businesses running, more or less.
So, just really curious to see what. I mean, of course I want to play on high textures, but I'm really curious just to see how different this is, and I feel like this is a good spot to test the texture differences. It's kind of flat, just beachy with wood. So, apologies for anybody who's watching just now. I don't think anybody is from last time I checked. So yeah, I'm just gonna reboot quick. So I got the high textures loaded. I was testing the graphics last night and I forgot to switch back. Oh, did I save? I can't remember if I saved or not. Shit! If I didn't remember to save, dude, I'm an idiot. Okay, I did. I mean, there's not much difference at all. I feel like the frames are about the same, but there's a bit more stutter when I turn. They're just not loading in fast enough or something. I don't know.
Buying anything?
I mean, the boats you can tell definitely look a bit better. Spyglass. That's really cool. You can mark points of interest in like an immersive way. Very nice. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna need the hunter's gear ever. Keep that just in case. You can eat a red cap for 5 mana over 10 seconds. What the hell? You could literally eat a goblin head. Yeah, you can eat a strange toe. Yeah, that looks scrumptious. That is messed up, dude. Yeah, I mean, the textures don't really look that much better. You can tell the ground looks a bit better, I suppose. The ground and the boat. But everything else, I feel like, is pretty much the same.
What do you want? to gawk at the beast. Well, I'll have to disappoint you. My Cole is not the monster you all believe him to be. So you really don't know? If you're not from here, I'm not sure what could have brought you to this hellhole, but you have my sympathies. Just know that Cole isn't like that. Something is poisoning his mind and soul. I don't know what it is, or why it happened to Cole, but now we're all at the mercy of those damned keepers. One evening there was a quarrel between our group, the villagers, and one of the keepers. They'd had a bit too much to drink and let some comments slip. They hurled insults at us, saying there's no place for us here, that we should just get the hell out of here because things are hard for everyone. Hard? Sure. I bet that bunch of wimps wouldn't last a week outside. All they do is sit in that keep of theirs, thinking they're the defenders of justice. Well, Cole went mad. I've never seen him like that before. He attacked that keeper and bit him. It was serious, but the keeper survived. If it weren't for the other men from the village, things could have ended very differently. Afterwards, they chained Cole up and locked him in a cage. His condition started to worsen. They said a monster like him doesn't deserve a jail cell. Jail cells are for humans. Bastards. Surprising, isn't it? It seems that Quartermaster Fergus banned any kind of vigilante behaviour, and the local healer said he wants to make sure whatever made Cole this way isn't contagious. So as long as that question remains unanswered, we're at a standstill. But honestly, if anything happens to that keeper, I have no doubt Cole will be killed and will be thrown out of the keep. This might sound silly, but before we reached the keep, we came near a strange structure. The locals call it the Arch Spire. In the morning, we realized everyone had a strange dream, but it was a little different for each of us. Cole started acting weird after that, and in time, it only got worse. No, only that, well, it didn't make much sense, but he was convinced that something bit him. He kept checking. It must have been some bug. Something changed by the weirdness. That must have caused his fever, his insanity. Well, it was pretty typical. We started a fire and threw some cobwebs into it. Fran brought them back from one of his treks. That boy could always find them somehow. It was our protection from the night and the weirdness. Ellis was on watch that day, but from what he told us, he eventually fell asleep. We were lucky no one slit our throats.
Yeah, 1 second, just checking Rumble and Twitch. Yeah, it's impossible to get anywhere. You gotta hoot and honk like a clown to get anybody's attention. I don't know why I do this anymore. Everybody's on Rumble. It's lurking. No.
We set up camp near the Arch Spire. We hoped that bandits wouldn't dare to venture into a place like that. Well, Now I know why we could have been right. With everything that's been happening lately, I'm ready to believe in every strange thing in this world.
What's wrong with you, bro? Oh, he's got the infection. But that guardy bit's probably infected too then. Yeah, just kill him. Like, what the hell? This chick's crazy. I just leave him alone. He's just sitting there pooping in his pants. Let me in, little piggy.
Oh, mother have mercy. Not another one. If I let you pass, will you promise not to tell anyone? That you came through the village? Because I should have caught you right on the beach and asked what you're doing. And now that you're here, it's a bit late for that. That's just my luck. Take the post, Tiernan, they told me. You'll be looking after a village full of old farts. That's practically early retirement, they said. What a load of crap. There's always something. If it's not the deck falling apart, it's a refugee running around biting people. No, not really, fortunately.
Yeah, no, nobody on Twitch. Nobody on Rumble. So yeah. If nobody comments or anything, then I'm just done streaming this game.
The deck? Nah, just old wood. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's the least of my problems.
Somebody's watching this after, comment.
I've got no way to
Rumble,
fix it.
YouTube, whatever.
Lara's always busy with his lighthouse.
Please,
Every time I
'cause
try to
if
do
not,
it myself,
yeah.
someone else needs me for
Go
something.
watch Asmon Gay
Can't
or
even sneak out to the tavern because last time
all the
some
other
bitch
guys
dead
who have
started
no life,
complaining
been
that
no life
everything
in
here
fucking
smells of
YouTube and
fish.
Twitch for
That's a
15 years.
seaside village. What else would it smell of?
Never contributed to society.
You do that? That would be a huge relief. Well, maybe not huge. There are bigger problems, but it'd be a start. Truth be told, I don't know why they want it so badly. It's for boats. No one here even uses boats. But, well, you know how it is with old folks. Once they get fixated on something, there's no point in arguing. I'd pay if I could, but this was supposed to be my job. The budget's long gone. But if you're interested, I could teach you a thing or two about home decor. Not exactly standard keeper knowledge, but, well, we all have our secrets. Surprised? Can't blame you. This might sound odd coming from someone stationed in a glorified fish bucket, but I've got a thing for furniture. The only thing more mismatched than the barracks around here is my career choice. But, yeah, I like imagining places where things fit. Where chairs don't wobble, tables don't look like someone hacked them together with a dull axe, and beds, well, beds don't feel like they're plotting your murder while you sleep. Not exactly a secret I broadcast. Most folks see me as Tiernan the Grumbler. But, hey, we've all got something that keeps us sane, right? Mine just happens to be daydreaming about nicer chairs. Well, to be fair, he only bit one person. But it was a keeper. I know Mahone can be a piece of shit sometimes, but gods. Now both of them are sick. And Haber's got no clue what's wrong. Which is the only reason that refugee isn't dead. Yet. So, he's sitting in a cage. His wife's crying all day and everyone's pissed. Meanwhile, I'm stuck in the middle of it all. Oh, she's a real piece of work, that one. Her name's Lady Elisa. Something. I don't remember. She came here with her husband. Poor man. I never heard him get a word in. You know, sometimes I regret not getting married. But if I had a wife like her, I'd just end up being a keeper all over again. No need to tell me that. But I can't just go back to patrolling the walls. I'd be a laughingstock. I'd rather sit here and hope everything works itself out. I mean, everyone's gonna die someday, right? So whether it's me or them, at least my problems will be over.
Oh, he sells furniture too. So I'm guessing we can get houses? That's pretty crazy. It's just all the people saying, I want to buy a house in the game. I mean, I never really care about that stuff, but a lot of people do. Looks like they got their way. Can't even take the plants. This looks a bit different, I think.
Stay out of my way. Sir, I haven't seen you before. I wasn't expecting any guests, and you don't look like a new recruit. And yet, Odrin let you in. He's not drinking again, I hope.
Yeah, I got the achievement. Should I lie or should I tell the truth?
Most unfortunate, but that explains why you just strutted into the horns. I'm afraid I'll have to take action. The name's Fergus, and I assume you already know I'm the quartermaster here. Now state your business. And please, try to be convincing, or the walls of this fortress will be the last thing you'll ever see. Yes, I know. And that's why you're still standing in front of me. However, these pens were only given to certain people. They mean that in times of trouble, these people will always find a safe haven here in the Horns. And that makes me wonder, what happened to your friend? Where is he? If what you're saying is true, he must have had a deal with somebody well above my pay grade, and that leaves only the captain. However, if you're lying, then you might as well have just confessed to the murder of a Knight of the Round Table. But nobody's that much of a fool, I think. Fortunately for you, I've seen my fair share of morons in life, and you don't look like one. Fortunately for me, this pen only means that I'm to make sure you're safe in the Horns. Nothing about helping you out with whatever you're up to. Anyway, welcome to the Horns of the South. Make yourself at home.
That's a lot of dialogue.
Ninian. I knew the Red Death would take him. Damn shame. He was one of the good ones. You did right bringing this back. The Horns look after their own, even after they're gone. But, now that I think of it, how did you manage to get hold of his tag? Tortured? In the asylum? You can't expect me to take that at face value. Brother Riagan said Ninian was too weak to survive the journey. They came for him, and we even held a symbolic keeper's burial for him. And what were you doing in the island asylum? You look fine, but if you were there, near him... I'm sorry this happened to you. Still, you have to understand, now that you've told me this, I'll be keeping a close eye on you. No risks can be taken when it comes to the Red Death. I knew we'd have to deal with this sooner or later. Time isn't exactly on our side. Mahon's condition worsens with each passing night. It's hard for me to admit, but nobody, including myself, really knows what's going on. Maybe a fresh perspective is exactly what we need. If you find any clues, follow them. I'm only interested in the details, and ideally, the solutions. That's one of our tags. Every soldier gets one when they pledge their loyalty. I just hope the body you took it from was already cold, because killing a keeper would land you in some serious trouble. You know, here's what I'm thinking. If you stumble over any of our fallen keepers out there, bring me their tags. Sure, they all swore to stay here until the bitter end, but they have families who deserve to know what became of them. It's part of my duty, but since I can't send any more beyond these walls, maybe you could lend a hand. I'll pay you for every tag you bring back.
You can tell they did a lot of work on these textures right here. They knew people would be standing here for a long time. Those walls look really good.
Just as I thought. If you have friends among the knights, you'll want to talk to the captain. But that's not happening anytime soon. Because I said so. What? Did you really expect that you could just enter our keep and head straight for the captain's quarters? There wouldn't be much point in having walls and guards here if anyone could just do that, would there?
Let me see the captain or else.
So what? And have you helped any of my people? Or are you just here to wave that pin in my face again? First, show me you care, and then I'll take you to the captain. I can't have every random stray wasting his time. Not now, when the outcome of the war with its tribes is so precarious.
If there was someone in the
Trust we
chat,
understand each other?
I could ask if you wanted a spoiler or not. But since there's nobody in the chat, I'm just going to have to make the decision myself. And I'm not going to spoil anything.
Good. Come back when you've proven your worth to the Horns of the South. Then we'll talk. We've been having trouble with the dead lately. The kind that don't want to rest in peace. There are more and more of them roaming the area. It might just be the weirdness, as it has been steadily creeping closer from the north, but somehow I doubt it. Anyway, I suggest you go see Marg first. He knows best what's going on there. He's our huntsman. He keeps us stocked with meat, so the lads don't have to live on fish alone. They get pretty grumpy when that happens. Right now, Marg is the only other person who's allowed to leave the keep. I'm not about to risk the life of our last link to the outside world, especially when you're so eager to lend a hand. There is a local legend about a dark druid named Slaughter? Slaughter, that was it. He was a necromancer rumored to be able to raise the dead and make them do his bidding. It's quite an old legend, though, so unless he managed to raise himself from the dead, I doubt he's behind this. It's old. From what I've heard, it even predates the Horns of the South. The keepers and the people from the village below used to bury their dead there, but after the flood, it's been pretty much abandoned. Yeah, damn druids. They flooded a village of innocent people just to show everyone they're still in power. Fat lot of good it did them. I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad we got rid of them. The things they could do were unnatural. It's not far, and it's hard to miss. But honestly, I'd suggest you go see Marg first. You don't really know what you're walking into, so if I were you, I'd try to learn as much as possible beforehand. The captain forbade anyone from leaving the keep, so I couldn't. And truth be told, I didn't particularly want to. We don't get many recruits, and you're, well... Your words, not mine.
Shh.
Good. Try not to get yourself killed, and get rid of whatever's been causing the problem. I'm Captain Brandon's right hand. He deals with the serious matters I don't want to know anything about. I take care of our everyday life. Fine then. This is the keep. Anyone sworn in as a keeper lives here, unless they're no longer fit for service. If that happens, they get transferred to the village. Otherwise, they're not allowed to go there without my express permission. So if you ever see any of my boys down there looking shifty, feel free to report them. You're allowed to walk around the keep and the village, but if anyone catches you stealing, I'll take your hands. If you attack any of my men, I'll take your head. That enough for you? There are a few retired keepers living there. They might tell you about the good old days if you ask them nicely. There are also some refugees from north of the island, since we had nowhere else to put them. I don't really know much about what's going on in that place. I just make sure they have everything they need, more or less. You can always go see for yourself. People fleeing from bandits, from the weirdness, you name it. I wasn't exaggerating when I said we were the last beacon of hope this far south. For these people, we are. Don't know how many more we can take, but that's a problem for another time. It used to belong to the keep. You could say it was its beating heart. That village was where our lighthouses led the ships, and where the workers lived with their families. Ah, those must have been the days. But then the ships stopped coming, and there were less and less new keepers, and the others left looking for a better life. Until, at last, the sea took most of it. Depends on your idea of interesting. There's a weird statue with a gong, but I'm not sure how much of it is left. Other than that, probably just damp rubble. I don't know, ask Marg. I'm pretty sure he just sits there all day instead of hunting. No wonder we've been eating nothing but fish. What else was there to do? There weren't enough people to live there, and nobody wanted to anyway. Not since the monsters started coming out of the sea. We wiped out most of them, but new ones showed up every now and then. Marg, our hunter, keeps an eye on the place. You can talk to him if you want. If you need rest, you can sleep in the barracks. It's no royal chamber, But it's better to sleep under a roof than under the stars, right? Especially in this horrible weather.
Very interesting. This is just the beginning. There's Act 2 and 3 that I've never seen, and Act 1 was not finished when I started, but nobody's watching. And I checked, and there's so much competition. Most people have, no viewers, and then there's just, the top 5, 10 people who have a shitload. So, and I think all the OGs are just playing the game. So, I'm gonna call it here. Like I said, if anybody wants me to continue, let me know in the comments. If you want to let me know why I suck so bad, you can do that too. I would have my face cam plugged in, but I can't with this. I don't have enough USB openings. I don't want to unplug a bunch of stuff. It's just a pain in my ass. And then it'll probably freeze anyway. Yeah, peace out, everybody. Have a great life. Play Tainted Grail. Might stream some more Stalker still, because that seems to get more attention. That's much more niche of a game. So I just gotta really find a niche and just do that all the time and not have fun with other stuff, which really blows. Really blows. Just want to hang out and chat with some bros, but I can't do that because there's no bros. Bros are doing, adult things. I wouldn't even be doing this if I wasn't so disabled.